How do you let the story shine through the film? All about making sure that there's context to the interview while we can still feel the emotion, and making sure that everything's succinct and as short as possible.
The majority of the time you're going to run out of time before you get all your questions in, so keep the important ones at the front.
Introducing a new character can actually progress the story, and it's very important to actually capture the audience's attention while doing an interview.
You want the subject to pop out. You want them to not be overpowered by their background.
As an interviewer, it's tempting to try to look smart, to try to be amazing on camera, but in the end it really doesn't matter who you are, because we're all there to see the subject. So posing complicated 2 or even 3-part questions usually will confuse your subject, or they'll skip it over and they'll only answer the last question or the last 2.
Topic, someone talking about it, and then cut to grand aerial views of cities and shots of the International Space Station. It just doesn't make sense. Now, that's an extreme, but people do things like that in professional movies.
Okay, so setting is a very important part to an interview because it really establishes the character and it allows the audience to understand where they're coming from and what's actually going on. It's important that you don't have a setting that detracts from the character and what they're saying, because if you have craziness going on around the person who's being interviewed, then that's definitely going to take away from the actual message that's being portrayed in the interview.
Another thing about questions is the succinctness of them. You need to lead the speaker into saying as much as he can, into pulling from his personal experience without putting words into his mouth. So if you keep it short and small, but you keep it open-ended, vague enough, that allows them to answer to their heart's content, that allows them to really reach out to the audience and share their expertise, what they wanted to give to the people, why they joined this interview.